Alright, I just want to show you guys these bolts I'm talking about. We're underneath the truck right now, and this is the hole where the starter goes. And let me see if I can get the light back there with the camera. Well, you can probably see this one right here. See that bolt right there? That's what I'm talking about. There's, I believe, 4, if my memory serves me. Those ones I'm talking about, you have to get the bolt in, or get the nut on that bolt, go to the crankshaft, spin it till the next bolt comes around, which is up. It's up there. It's not in. Oh, you can kind of see it there. So that one comes around to the hole. Tighten that. Turn the crankshaft till the next one comes. And you gotta do that for each one. So I'm gonna finish doing that. Alright, I'm gonna put the starter in next. It's pretty straightforward, and it's hard to get the camera in there, so I'm gonna just go over it right now. Got your starter and 2 mounting bolts. It's pretty straightforward. It's gonna go in like this. You know, those gears grab onto the what is that called? Power converter? Whatever. Grabs the other gears. I can't think of it right now. Then this bolt is going to go in here, and your big ground wire connect on here. Your power goes on here, and then you got a red wire that connects to this wire here, but it was actually cut when I took this out, so I'm going to have to reconnect it. What the? Alright, I'm going to clean this all up before I put it in. Alright, and there's the starter installed. You can see that the power wire connects right there. That red wire, it's actually, I got it wrapped around and connects to the small 10mm bolt there. And then that big ground wire there connects to the bolt on the bottom. And there's the ground wire connected to that bottom mounting bolt. And that's it for the starter. Alright, next I think I'm going to put this lower intake manifold on. I shouldn't need to get to the back anymore, so now this lower intake manifold won't be in the way. These are all the mounting bolts here. I just put them in the spot, so I'll make sure that's where they go. And I numbered all of them before I took them out anyway, so I know that's where they go. You're going to want to take some RTV and put them in all these joints. There's 2 here in the front, and then you got 2 in the back there and there. And this gasket is, it's easy to tell where it goes. This is a Felpro gasket. You got this rounded edge here, and a squared edge here. And on the engine, you got a squared edge in the front, and then the rounded edge in the back. So, hard to get it mixed up. It only goes one way. So I'll go ahead and pull these bolts out, put the RTV on, put this gasket on, and then put our cleaned up head on here, and get that sucker torqued down. My son is going away, so gotta do this quick. Alright, we got the new gasket in with the upper intake manifold in there. Obviously I ran out of daylight, so it's in there. I run through the bolts at 10 pounds each, and then run back through them 25 pounds, and it's good. We got our RTV down in those corners. You can't see it, but it's in there. Went in nice and smooth. The only thing I'm noticing is it looks like one side of the gasket is a little long. Let's go ahead and set up this light. So the gasket's barely sticking up above this surface. So we're gonna have to trim that off so that this is nice and smooth for the valve covers to seat. But that's about all I'm going to do today. It's dark now. But looks good with the cleaned up lower intake manifold and the new water pump. Everything's looking all new and shiny. Alright, so here we are. Next day. I think what I'm going to do now is hook up the headers. That one's sitting there. This one, remember, I took out so that it was easier to get the engine in. So I'll go ahead and put the headers on, and I think after that I'll put the valve covers on. And from there it's just hooking up the accessories and electrical, and then hopefully we'll be there soon. Alright, this side's on and done. I wanted to show you something real quick. If you've got this style header gasket here, you see these bottom two are open. So what you do is you put your bottom two bolts in, and then your gasket will just slide right in here, and it'll sit down right on that bolt, and then all your holes are lined up. So it makes it easy. Just a little tip. Alrighty, headers are done, or exhaust manifold, whatever you want to say. So now we're going to do the valve covers here. You want to make sure your mating surface is clean. We're going to put some RTV on this seam and this seam right there. Same thing on this side. That seam there and that seam there. It gets a cork gasket, and it goes on only one way. You got this top bolt more forward than that one. You see the valve cover on this side is the one with the PCV hole, and the valve cover on this side is the one with the oil fill cap. So pretty straightforward, easy. Alright, so I need to apologize because my camera battery died, but we were putting the valve covers on. As you can see, I got them both on. Got your gasket in there. I didn't tighten it up. I just the screws are just hand tight because I plan on taking these off again when I put oil in it. I want to take these off, and I want to coat everything in oil so nothing is dry starting. So those are just hand tight, and then I went ahead and put the fuel rail and fuel injectors in, and I mean that's pretty straightforward. I put the fuel injectors into the rail first, and then brought the whole thing in, set all the injectors in the holes, pushed it down, tighten this up. There's a gasket that goes in between there, and that's it. And I think what I'm going to start doing, start putting the stuff, all the accessories on the front, like the AC, power steering pump, alternator. And I think after that we could start doing all the electrical. Alright, so I'm going to put this pulley assembly on, and it goes right here in these 3 bolt holes. I just wanted to point out, apparently these pulley systems are different, because this is the pulley system off of the old engine, and this is the pulley system off of the new engine. You see on here, this one's the tensioner, and on this one over here is the tensioner. So apparently they're different, and I'm guessing since this one has bigger pulleys than this one, that maybe the belt sizes are different. So you might want to keep that in mind. Alrighty, pulleys are on. Very simple. Let's just those 3 bolts right there. And it's on. Now next, set the alternator on here. I might have to take it off. Excuse me. I might have to take the alternator off again because I think it sticks back and it'll block me from taking these valve covers off. And I should be fine with putting the coolant snorkel right here, the thermostat housing. I should be able to get into those bolts. So hopefully I'm not screwing myself right now. Alright, next we're going to do the power steering pump. It goes right here. The bolts go just how I've got them sitting here. These 2 through the bracket, this one on its own, and they go through the power steering pump into the head. Then on the bottom of the fluid canister, there's a little petcock that this hose plugs into, and then on the side of it, this one screws in. And once that's in, then we could put the AC pump on top of it. And next is the AC pump, and it's going to sit right here. These 4 bolts that I got here are going to go through it right here. And then you got this hose right here. You see it's got 2 ports here, and then that hole goes all the way through. Well, that goes on the back here. You got your 2 ports, and then this bolt, there you can see better, and this bolt goes through, attaches them on. You want to check these O-rings on here, make sure they're not flattened out and stuff, so you still get a good seal. And easy as that, we'll put it on. Alright, AC is on. Got the pipe connected in the back. I don't think I showed you the connections on the power steering pump down there. You got this one that screws in, and then that's where the that hose plugs in right there. Yeah, this AC pipe goes there, comes around. I'm pretty sure that attaches to that open bolt I've got there, but for some reason it's not reaching. So I'm finding the hardest thing about all this is trying to remember how everything is routed all through here. But anyways, the hose comes around, connects to this canister, and then the canister screws into this box. What to do next? I probably should have thought about that before filming. Alright, just got back from Napa with some goodies here for the Ranger. I probably should have went somewhere else because Napa likes to peddle their own Napa brand parts. Like for these filters, I wanted to get either Fram or K&N, but I'm gonna be changing all this stuff out after a few 100 miles anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter. So what we got is the spark plugs, Autolite spark plugs. I just picked up some carbon choke cleaner because I'm out. Then we got the coolant, and we got the oil, got some brake fluid, power steering fluid, and then we got, this is a fuel filter and the oil filter. And I'll go over doing all this stuff as we go. Oh, and I was an idiot and forgot to get the thermostat, so I'll have to make a trip back for that.